Was me. They're checking the house to make sure it's not. Good. All right. How about Fly Me to the Moon? Well, we got to send together to make sure that we're not clipping. Excuse you.
Keep trying.
We're good on that input level? I can bring his volume down. I can bring the bass down. Bring his bass down. How's that? Fly me to the moon. Let me play. What spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. Oh, in other words, baby, kiss me. Oh, fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and I adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Come on, Francis. Does it sound good to you? Does it sound good to you?
Okay. Hey, Mike. Can we lower his bass just a little bit more? Just a tad more? Maybe just a hair more? Oh, really? Oh, he's sending. Hey, Frankie, can you turn yours down a little bit? All right, now give him a little bit more bass on your mic. Okay, I didn't realize his send. I forgot about his send.
Once you get music, then we can do a mic check real quick.
Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, oh, Mr. Lee,
Okay.
Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, oh, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, oh, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Mike and Frank, let's do it. Mike and Frank, can we do just a little let's do a little vocal and keys, please?
Vocal and keys?
Yes.
Fly me through. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Oh, just fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I I long for, all I worship and I adore. Oh, in other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, oh, I love
Okay, guys, we're good.
in other words.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'll stop.
Thank you, Mike and Frank. That's me. That's me. Jerry, that's me. Jerry, this is Oz. It's me. It's me talking. Yeah, it's me.
She's hearing her phone. Do mic check and then start, guys.
All right, let's do it. Mic check, guys.
Mic check, guys.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Michael.
Check it, Mike. Yeah, check it, Mike.
Check and Mike.
Give it to Mikey. He'll eat anything.
Yeah.
Mic one, mic one, mic one, mic one.
Let's do a mic check, guys.
Mic 3, mic 3, mic 3, mic 3.
Table mics, is that the idea?
We have to. Yeah, they're gonna. This is what we have to do.
We're going to hear the table mics in the house?
Check. Yeah.
If we're talking,
Yeah, we're talking. Number 3. 3 is here.
can you guys hear? I don't hear
Yes.
me.
Yep. Keep your
Oh
hands
yeah,
to
there you
yourself.
go, baby.
Is that
Oh wait, stop
It-
playing, Frankie. Stop playing that for 1 second.
Don't
Yeah.
ever
Okay,
come
Mike, let me hear you again.
What
Mike,
do you need to hear, Ruben?
Mike, say
That you
something.
love him.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wait, hold on. I know what's wrong. Hold on.
Something's
Try
wrong.
now.
Yep. Number 3.
Volume clarity,
That's
1, 2,
better.
3, 4.
There you go.
Mic 1, volume clarity.
All right.
Okay,
Now,
great.
Mr. Ken.
Mic 3, mic 3.
Yep,
Mic
Ken's
3,
good. Okay, Frankie.
I'm number 6.
I don't think
Yep.
Ken is good though. Say it
6.
again, Ken.
Say
Yep.
it again, Ken.
All right.
And Jerry, you're good.
Hello.
Okay.
Check.
And
Yep. Hello.
Kathy coming in?
Dominic and Kathy.
Dominic, say hey.
Oh, Dominic's on 7. That's why. I'm sorry.
There you go. We're all good now,
You're
guys.
good?
Number 6.
And Kathy.
Coming in.
All right, beautiful.
There's the eye chart.
Yeah, there's the iPhone.
All right, they hear us.
Yeah,
We're gonna start the show, guys. We're gonna start the show.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to mute everybody.
He was covering the wrong eye.
Okay, here we go. I'm muting everybody.
It should be the long night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass.
Yes.
Jerry Petito taught the class.
Yes.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass.
Yo.
Loves the answer, the greener grass.
Yo.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass.
Yo.
One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Jerry Petito Show. Finally, okay, finally. So we thought we'd entertain you with all this sound checking and craziness. Okay.
Oh, that was
So
live?
my show started a few minutes late. But guess what? We have a lot more time. We could go as long as we need. Cause God, I got to tell you, we're probably going to need it. Anyway, this is going to be an incredible, incredible show to
I
close
gotta check in with
out.
my parole officer by 5:30. I'm just
Like
letting you know ahead
I
of
said,
time.
to close out, what an
I don't
incredible
want to be
few
the
days
downer.
we
I'm
had.
not trying to bring the show
Incredible
down.
is the word you picked, huh?
I
Incredible.
guess.
You know what? I'm going to let
I mean, I guess
them
the
run
Hulk.
the
They used to
show.
call the Hulk incredible too, and he was an abomination of nature.
Yeah, he even turned green.
Yeah.
Frankie Sweets, introduce yourself, baby. Come on, look into the camera.
Oh, now he's got nothing to say.
He forgot what
How
he
you
was
doing?
supposed
I'm
to say.
Frankie Sweets. I'm here against my will. If anyone sees this and knows me, please call my mother. Tell her I'm okay. Send help.
me. Cut his mic. Dominic.
Hey, I'm Dominic Azzaro. I'm here to keep an eye on Frankie Sweets.
He touches me when no one's looking. Help.
I'm just a big fan of these guys, and fortunate enough to spend the weekend with them, and now I'm on the show.
And what else did you do with these guys?
Oh, we had a little jam at
can't
the
say that.
Friendlies in Robbinsville.
And you played the drums.
Got to play a little drums with them. Like I said, nice jam session. It was
Little toasty
very,
jam.
very, very cool.
Okay. And this young lady, introduce yourself, sweetheart.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kasu. I'm proud to be with these legends. Me, I'm just a legend in my own mind.
You know, she only pointed to the right when she said legend. With those legends.
And I'm actually Frankie's nurse. I'm here to get him back on time.
What, K&D Entertainment?
She makes me pay
Come
extra
on.
for the enemas, though.
Come on. K&D Entertainment?
Yes, I run, along with my partner Donna, K&D Unique Entertainment, and we book entertainers. Not like Frankie,
No.
but like the gentleman to my right.
So, the gentleman to your right.
She's not talking about me, is she?
I think so.
Tell everyone who you are. Come on, baby, and you better tell them who you are.
Okay. Not Frankie. I know I'm.
Here's the camera, baby.
Well, I know I'm here, and I know who I am, and I don't have to be back for any reason. My parole officer said it's okay if I stay.
Well, you've got the bracelet. You've got the bracelet on, that's why.
Yeah, I got that's on a watch. But anyway, I'm Ken Brady from the Casinos. Hit record Then Tell Me Goodbye, 1967. And I'm so proud and so honored to be up here with Jerry, what's left of her. After this week, I don't know what she's going to do. Yeah, actually, I really felt like I've been in an insane asylum. Okay. Folks, exactly.
But wait. Tell them honestly. This is really cool. Tell them about the song. Where is it now, baby?
It's Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye, and it's been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's pretty cool,
Yay.
right? Pretty cool.
Right on. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm waiting for me to get in there. So I can keep an eye on it. Yeah. But anyway, we've had more fun up here than a bunch of monkeys. I'm going to tell you that right now. You never know what's going to happen. I've had more Slurpees and
No, fribbles,
Slurpees.
fribbles.
Slurpees.
Never a Slurpee.
I'm walking off the show.
We're never going to work again.
Not in Friendlies.
I got all slurped up. But
You just lost your Friendlies contract.
I've never ate so much ice cream in my life.
Fribbles.
All I got to do is turn it into a cone, and I'll be okay.
Cone.
No
Well,
bananas.
Friendlies, you got to eat it, Friendlies. You got to
Fribbles.
do it, Friendlies.
Fribbles.
We've been
Fribbles are
doing it
friendly.
nonstop today.
I know it.
Yeah, fribbles are friendlies.
Yeah, I know it.
And the guy in the
With the
blue
cones.
shirt.
Yeah, this guy. Where'd he go?
Tell everybody, please, who you are.
I don't know who the hell I am anymore.
I'm over here falling off my chair.
Oh my gosh.
We don't know where we are. Apparently, Jerry doesn't know where the studio is, even though she works here.
I've been calling him Frankie all week.
He's the chef.
That's because we can't tell us apart. We're sort of like twins, separated at birth.
Yeah.
It's the sugar from Friendlies, Frankie.
It's sugar from the fribbles.
It's a Fribbles. Yeah, you got to have a Fribble.
Fribbles.
Oh, my
Much
God.
better than a Slurpee, a fribble.
It's a Fribble. Well, I
friendly
was
Fribble.
slurping on him as well.
So tell everyone who you are. Interrupt these
cones.
guys. I'll tell everyone who you are.
He can't
This
remember.
is Michael Diamore, everybody. He's the lead singer of the Capris.
Yeah.
Come on, there's a moon out tonight. Are you kidding me?
Hello.
But what I want to say is this. Lee Perley, the owner of Friendlies, he's also here in
Who's
the studio
completely
audience.
responsible
Come
for
over
this
here.
insanity.
Come over here.
Which is why he takes great offense to the name Slurpee. That's why
You
he
have provided all of the sugar for the past 3 days that have caused what you all see here today.
My diabetes is sky high.
And my career has taken a whole new pinnacle. 'Cause, okay, we'll start with this. The Capris were supposed to be in concert in Woodbridge, New Jersey last night, and due to weather and things you can't control, it got canceled and it got moved to tomorrow, Wednesday. So last minute, I called the drummer and the guitar player, Anthony and Louie from the Capris, and said, "We're gonna go jam. Let's go down to Friendlies and play," which we did. And as we're playing, we took a couple of little video clips, and I'm getting messages today from people saying, "There's a Friendlies by my house. Why don't you play at this Friendlies? It's closer, so I can come." So my career's taken a turn. We're working on the Fribble tour as we speak.
So I want to tell everybody out there, we're all laughing because, well, number one, we're idiots, but number two,
otherwise I'd cry.
Okay, we're laughing because we've just spent the last few days together, and the majority of it was at Friendlies, and they really have had a lot of sugar. So anyway, having said that, it has been the most incredible 3 days. I can't even tell you how honored I am to have had everybody. Kathy and I did a show at Cedar Gardens on Saturday night with K&D Entertainment, and all these stars were there.
Nice.
So that was probably something I'll never ever forget, right, Kath? I mean,
absolutely.
It was just unbelievable, right?
And Tommy Gooch, the comedian.
Gooch, the comedian.
Tommy was amazing.
I mean,
Tommy.
listen, it was just unbelievable. Frankie Sweets, of course, on keyboard.
I'm a big fan of Tommy Gooch for
But
a lot
you
of
know,
reasons.
aside from
Can
the
you tell
show-
us? Can you talk about
No,
it?
can't talk about nothing.
Aside from the show, we also had amazing people coming to meet everybody, and I do have to give a shout out to a few people. Okay, Brother O, DJ Lasky, from Beverly Nation, and Damon, and he is now in the Internet Hall of Fame for DJ. I have to
Nice.
say that. That's unbelievable. I want to give a shout out to Barb and Steve from Remember Them Radio,
My
who
friends.
came out to hang out with us. We love you. Okay, I have a show on there as well. I have to give a shout out to Huni Bakatoon Magic Man, who also has a show on Damon. He's a co-radio show friend of mine, and he's incredible. He's a master sound therapist. But listen, that guy flew out just to see these guys and to meet me and Brother O in person finally. It was beautiful. So, Friendlies, I have to give another shout out. Lee Paroli, you are sitting here and people would like to say hello to you. So please come here for 1 second.
Yeah, come on
Lee,
up.
Come here, Lee.
Yeah, let them
Come on,
see.
get over here.
Come on, Lee.
Look into the camera. Come on, get over here. Look into the camera. I have to say this because, listen, come here. All right. Everybody, this is Lee Paroli. He owns Friendlies. And what we have done at Friendlies for the last few days, he will be closed down shortly. Okay, but other than that, listen,
That's because he's only out of Fribble juice.
this man sent, 30 fribbles.
Well, yeah.
2-hour concert. So we got everybody's photos with the fribbles, okay? So, Lee, we love you.
Jerry,
Thank you,
Jerry,
thank you.
you're forgetting that you have to tell everybody what a fribble is.
Well,
because
all right.
most
Yeah.
people don't get
All right.
what we're talking about.
So a fribble from Friendlies is their milkshake. Big deal, right? Well, here's what we did at the Robbinsville Friendlies. We started something, I'm not going to really blame me for this, but, okay, Frankie Sweets, Michael Diamore, they really started this, the Fribble Tour.
Don't put this on me.
I'm not allowed to show the pictures.
Now do you understand why we keep getting calls to go work for ice cream? You get it, right?
That's what this is about. We now have everyone
The Conalingus tour.
holding fribbles and drinking these, and we're going to make a banner, okay? Chip over here, Dominic's stepson, is going to make this banner for us, and we're going to have it at Friendlies with
a
everybody
banner
with their fribbles. All right? So, Lee, we love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay? Friendlies in
All right.
Robbinsville, guys. All right. So, I don't even know what this show's about tonight. They're going to entertain us,
Always.
okay? So, Michael D. Moore, why don't you, Frankie
That was a
Sweets,
cry
and
for
Ken
help.
Brady figure it out, and let's do something.
Well, there's
baby.
some organization for you.
Figure it out.
We're all waiting. You have Pablo Reyes. Wait,
you
I
all-
love you. It's because of
Hi,
you that I met
Pablo.
Ken Brady. I love you. Yes, we are going to have a jam session here for all of you. It's going to start, I hope, now. Do something.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sing
do
it,
something,
baby.
Mike. Don't
Sing
just
it.
sit there.
Oh. Just sing.
I'll do it the best way I know how. Here, Ken.
Hello? This not
It's not
working.
on. It's not on. Testes. 1, 2.
I don't
Testes.
care. Pick out something.
Testes. 1,
Pick
2.
out something.
But why is it facing
Yeah.
that way?
What's facing what way?
No,
No.
they need to face the camera.
That's so the audience can
Camera.
join in.
Oh, I thought you wanted. Okay, never mind. I'm out of the tech part. Hi, guys. I will.
That's right.
I'll be
Keep your
quiet.
place.
You're right. I love you, Ruben. Ruben knows. All right.
All right. A song by Neil Sedaka. Everybody remember Neil?
Oh, yeah.
Say yay.
Yay!
The studio audience here is fantastic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta tell you.
Yeah, both of them. Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
Everybody scream.
Yes, somebody scream.
Woo!
If you want to stand up so you can hear it better, that's up to you.
Okay, he's throwing me out of here. How I'd like to look into that little book, the one that has the lock and key. Am I the boy that you care for? The boy who's in your diary. When it's late at night, what is the name you write? Oh, what I'd give if I could see. Am I the boy that you care for? The boy who's in your diary. Do you recall and make note of all those little things I just say and do? The name you underline, oh, I'm hoping that it's mine. Darling, I'm so in love with you. Please don't leave me blue. Make all my dreams come true. You know just what you mean to me. Am I the boy that you care for? The boy who's in your diary. Do you recall and make note of all those little things I just say and do? The name you underline, oh, I'm hoping that it's mine. Darling, I'm so in love with you. Please don't leave me blue. Make all my dreams come true. You know just what you mean to me. Say I'm the boy that you care for. The boy who's in your diary.
Everybody, Ken Brady from the original Casinos, baby!
Yeah.
Woo! Unreal.
Great job, Kenny.
Beautiful.
It's a long walk, I know.
Oh, no, it's a terrible walk all the way over here.
Call an Uber.
You know,
Oh, my
I'd
goodness.
like to tell everybody about my experience here.
Tell everybody.
Oh, first of all, we went to Friendly's and overate. Ate too much ice cream, had too many of those fribbles. And then almost got struck by lightning.
Uh-huh.
And I almost had a tree blow over on me.
Uh-huh.
And then I got to the hotel, and there was no electric,
Uh-huh.
no hot water for the shower.
Uh-huh.
I had to walk up and down the 4 flights of steps. I was on the 4th floor. And then when I got down, I forgot part of my luggage, so I had to go back up again and get that.
And this has been brought to you by New Jersey Tourism.
But I got to tell you, folks, this is the best experience I've ever had in my life. If you don't come up here and see Jerry, you're crazy. You got to come up here.
I love you,
Kill
Ken.
you with lightning and make you walk up and downstairs.
Well,
and
yeah.
Give you no AC and cold showers.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
that lightning struck. I got a big charge.
No, seriously,
out of that.
the weather here has been absolutely insane, and some people may not know. Ken and I are both from Florida, and
Yeah.
and it's the first time that since I'm living in Florida that I ever said I wanted to go back to Florida to cool off. It's been really hot up here and really insane, and I can't wait to get home.
That's the first time
Kathy's from Florida as well.
Yeah.
Kathy lives
You're
in the villages, okay?
And
And
I said the same thing. I want to go down and cool off.
Well, this is the first time I ever come up north and got caught in a hurricane. I mean, they talk about our hurricanes in Florida. It wasn't this bad. Well, I've never seen anything like it.
but I have to say this. Listen, and I'm saying it because I have to. This gentleman right here is 75 years old. I was invited with Kathy to his 75th birthday in Florida in March, and it was incredible for me to be part of that. But this gentleman right here is 75 years old, and you just heard him sing live on the Jerry Petito Show. And live at Friendly's in Robbinsville, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Can't top that. Can't top that.
Well, you're getting, how old are you now?
I look good for 71.
You know, you know, everybody tells me, they say, hey, Ken, your hair is really getting gray. I said, no, it's not. It's getting darker. I used to be a blonde.
So, Michael, baby,
Yes,
what you got for us?
I'm
Now.
exhausted. We just got started.
Listen,
Well, I can't wait to find out what he's got
Okay.
for us.
guys, sit down for this. Just letting you all know.
Take
Out
a nap,
there.
please.
Okay,
You
here
want
we
me to
go.
sing? Is that what you're asking me
I'm
for?
asking you to sing.
Okay. Do you have a preference?
Oh,
With your voice, hopefully.
please.
Would you want me to do that with Frankie? You want me to do that?
I don't care, both of you.
She don't care.
I don't care.
She don't care. Thrown to the wolves.
Okay?
You don't, folks. You don't understand. I'm going to share this because
Share it.
I suggested a name for the show. They didn't agree with me, but the
I'll
truth
let
of the
him
matter is,
curse
no matter
once.
where she goes, no matter where we're at, supermarket, restaurant, men's bathroom,
That's right.
Jerry will say, "Hey, do you know who this is? Hey, come here, sing."
Oh, I know about that, Mikey. She had me singing at a guy at a bus stop, and then when we got gas, I was
That's
singing to the gas station attendant.
They're pumping gas. Hey, this is Ken. Come here, Ken. It's like she winds you up and you go.
Yeah. Oh, boy, you never know. Oh, there it is.
Thank you, Frankie. That's Frankie's lullaby.
This is one of my favorites by Michael. One of my favorites.
One of her favorites. What am I doing? Like I know what I'm doing.
He don't even know he's here. You know.
Frankie,
Frankie.
you'll get it, baby. You'll get it. You ready?
Can I just sit and do this?
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta get it.
Can you come out tonight? Come out Jerry, can you come out tonight?
Why don't you come out?
The screen went dead as soon as I turned around. We'll dance the night away. I'm gonna make you Jerry, can you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight.
Broken again.
You better ask your mama.
moving nice and easy.
Girl, you make me lose my mind. Cherry, baby. Cherry, can you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Cherry, oh Cherry, baby. Cherry, Cherry, baby. Cherry, oh Cherry, baby.
Come on, baby! Michael Diamore from the Capri's, baby. Are you kidding me? I'll bring the cheesecake and the cannolis.
More sugar, that's what we need.
Michael Diamore, everybody, new lead singer of the Capri's. Are you kidding me? I have to say this because I just have to. So these two gentlemen sitting right here, they are absolutely, other than Elvis Presley, because Elvis is even their favorites, my two favorite singers in the whole wide world. And I will say this, here's Elvis, and they're right here. Okay, and I've never said that ever before. They are absolutely incredible. That's the highest you could get. If you could get right under Elvis, honey, that's the highest.
What do you got to do to get on top?
I have to say this because you went there. I wasn't going to say it, but you went there.
All right.
Kathy has a room in her house that has been completely dedicated to Elvis. I have had the fortunate pleasure of seeing this room. She kindly walks you in and says, "Isn't it beautiful? Don't touch anything."
Don't touch it.
And she's got a beautiful Elvis bedspread. And she will tell you, if you need to sleep here, it's okay. Don't lay under them. Don't lay on top of them. Don't sit on them. That needs to be folded very neatly and placed in a corner. So yeah, when you say, what do you got to do to get on top? Don't say that to her.
Don't say that to her. You'll get folded
So
up.
I want to say something about the Elvis room.
Well, wait,
Okay.
let me tell you.
Go
When
ahead,
I
tell
came,
me.
I said you can do whatever you want, but nobody gets on top or under Elvis. So I said, just fold it up. Just fold it up, not anymore, and put it on the dresser. And he literally stood against the wall by the window and said, "I'm not touching it. You fold it."
Really?
I was not going to be responsible if it spontaneously combusted.
So then I come over, and
Well, that
I'm
was only like a week
introduced
apart.
to a week apart to the Elvis room. I was really sweet and nice, and Kathy said, "We have to take the spread off. Nobody sleeps on Elvis." And I said, "Okay, sweetheart." I jumped right on him. I said, "Get the photo from Michael Diamore because I've waited my whole life to lay on top of this man."
And Mike said it was sacrilegious.
He
of
did.
you.
He did.
There's a picture of that on Facebook, by the way. If
Yes,
you want to go to
there
her
is,
page
there
and
is.
keep scrolling, you will see her laying on that very bedspread.
Oh my goodness. I also forgot to tell you guys this is a comedy show as well. This is not just music. This is also a comedy show. So Frankie Sweets, how you doing, baby? So listen, you're going to play for us as well. You're going to do a solo,
Happy birthday.
anything you want.
So, Frankie,
Go ahead.
would you play your favorite 8 songs for us?
All 8 of them at the same time?
At the same time.
Okay. It was a preview.
Come on,
Can
play
you do
some,
happy
baby.
birthday?
That I gotta call up the music for.
Have
Come
a
on.
drink.
You got to play
I
something.
gotta play something, right?
Just play something.
I come for the fribbles. I don't come to play.
Came for the fribbles?
I come for the fribbles. If there were no fribbles, I'd be home right now at Friendly's buying them.
You guys, I promise you he knows how to play. Okay?
Okay, so in all seriousness, let's say, hypothetically speaking, of course, that you were normal.
Well, I'm glad you said
I
that.
know it's a stretch of the imagination, but let's just hypothetically say, just for a moment, I hope Chrissy's watching. Is Chrissy watching today?
Frankie's mic is not working.
Is my mic not working?
I think it's working now.
That's because I'm speaking.
Can we hear him?
Now he's
Someone said
talking
your
into the
mic
mic.
was not working. Thank you, Dario. Love you.
Who is that? You said
Dario.
Dario, what's going on?
Let's go like 3-4 shows ago. You played. What were you playing?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that now.
What
This
state?
is like-
What state were you in?
This is
He can't
confusion.
remember.
Have
This
we
is like
ever really
Florida.
heard him play, or do we just believe he plays? Go ahead.
He thinks he's still in
Oh,
Florida.
tell that story.
Well, no. I was going to say, there's a place I go to. It's actually a musician hangout.
Yes,
A lot of
this is a
musicians.
great story.
this
Love
is
it.
A lot of musicians, right? And so a lot of well-known musicians, and they always get together and they play. But I just like to go and hang out.
Make Frankie's mic louder. I
Make it
can't hear
louder.
it either.
So I like to actually just go and hang out. And every time I go, all the musicians play. They ask me to play. I always tell them no. I'd rather just hang out at the bar and just tell war stories.
True story.
You know, and after a couple of weeks, the friend of mine who always is there playing says, you know, everyone's asking for your phone number for work, for session work, for everything. They tell me I got to get your friend on the next session I'm doing. And he says, because turns out I'm not playing, all of a sudden now everyone thinks I'm the baddest mofo in the place because I never play. It's true. And he says, my friend says, you know, I play here every week. No one ever asks for my number. You haven't played. No one even knows you can play. Everyone wants your number.
So that's the secret.
So that I said, you know,
I'm going home right now.
that's it. I said I can't now. I can't play. I got it now because I got to keep. If I
Keep up
play,
the
I break
image.
the illusion. But the whole thing is, everyone's asking for me, and I've never. No one even knows if I can play.
So when they write you the check, do you actually play at that point, or you just say, "I'm really good at sitting"?
I'm just gonna sit. That's what. But I mean, there's a lesson in promotion there somewhere. I don't. But the fact is, I've never played a note, and everyone wants my
Frankie
number.
is an absolute expert at promotion.
You know, he just gets a check
does,
once in a while.
Yeah, well, he does about 300 shows a year, and he tells people we're 2 of them more.
That's it.
Oh my gosh.
The other 300 is walk-ins.
You got to play some.
I get walk-ins.
Seriously,
baby,
you
seriously.
got to play
Let's
something.
do it.
We came all the way up from Florida to hear you.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's so nice. But you know,
Come on, Frankie, play.
All right, more than the one chord you just struck. Thank you.
that was I could play. That was just me showing I could play.
Sounds like Sticks.
Is it- I gotta do chopsticks again.
All right,
All right.
here we
All
go.
right, what do you want me to play? Something?
Anything, play something.
So it's gonna be pretty, or what do you want?
Anything. We don't care.
Go wild, go
You
wild.
want to do "Fly Me to the Moon"?
I could do
wanna
fun.
do that?
Would
Yeah,
be
do
nice.
that.
Do something. She just puts me on the spot.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
he's on the spot.
You know what's hilarious?
He carried this up 15
And
flights.
never uses it.
Bring it in. Come on.
Oh, we do it the Sinatra at the Sands.
Up here, this is what I do. Don't ask me to do it.
So now we had a jam session yesterday, and Frankie couldn't make it, unfortunately. We were all very, very upset because he really is unbelievably talented.
That's very nice.
He's a little weird, but he's unbelievably talented.
I hide my talent from the world. I am not an animal.
This is why they give you a keyboard and not a
I'm
microphone.
afraid if people knew what I could do, I'd have to put a bag over my head and they'd chase me through the streets.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Oh, fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship, I adore. In other words, please be true. Oh, in other words, I love you. Come on, Frankie.
Oh, I don't know where I am.
Oh, feed my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore.
Thanks for reminding me.
You are all I, not you, all I worship and I adore. Well, in other words, please be true. In other words,
I told you everybody could play. Guys, share this video.
This video needs to be burned. No, burn this video quick.
Listen, I got to tell a funny story. Okay, so, I do my radio shows, and I'm on different networks. And I'm on a network, Beverly Nation, right? And it's a 10 p.m. show every other Tuesday night. And I had Michael D'Amore and Frankie Sweets as my call-in guests. I'm telling you this to toot my own horn. I am nominated for Internet International Hall of Famer, guys. I'll know in November, right? I thought I was fired that night. I said, there goes my nomination. So we had Michael entertaining us and Frankie really entertaining us. The UPS guy.
You weren't really.
Wait. Can I say this, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
We have done.
We really have.
How many radio call-in interviews have you done in your career?
Oh,
There's probably hundreds at this point.
Over and over and over and over and over.
I've done so many, and I got to tell you, this is the first time ever in all the years that I've done interviews that I've actually had somebody say to the interviewer of a show, could you hold on a minute? I got a delivery. I got to bring the UPS boxes in from outside.
I said, I'm done. I'm fired.
And all of us in different states, you could almost hear the collective, what?
UPS, they left the package for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to go. UPS dropped off the boxes. It's raining. I don't want to get them wet. Thanks for playing.
I've never been in a studio like this one.
It's never normal. It's never sane.
You never know what's going to happen.
I think you're right. I don't know what's going to happen either.
Jerry couldn't even get here today. Okay, she works here. She couldn't get here.
Couldn't make it. No.
He's rubbing off on her because he never knows where he's going to be. She doesn't know where she's going to be.
No. That was the Shrine Parade. It was
Oh my
great.
God. Hey, so
No.
Chip Azzaro's in the house, baby. Chip Azzaro's in the house. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Talk louder.
How you doing?
How you doing?
what you
How you
doing?
doing, everybody?
Can you guys hear Chip out there? Talk a little louder, Chip.
Pablo, my man, can
There
you
it
hear me? How's my mic? Not that I'm singing, but
Oh, go ahead. Sing a
no.
song.
I have to give a shout out to this guy right here. Pablo said he's now my new bodyguard. Deb, I think we like this. We like this, okay? My bodyguard. Debbie is in our little studio audience here with Cindy Brady. They're watching us, right?
Yep.
Marsha.
I want to give a shout out to the Azzaros because, first of all, their family owns Papa's Tomato Pies in Robbinsville.
Nice.
Okay?
They fed us the other night. Oh my God.
That's right.
Oh my
They
God.
delivered the pizzas. They gave us a great deal.
I was
It
160 pounds before I got to Jersey.
It was unbelievable what
Don't
they
tell
did
me
for
about
us.
weight.
Thank you to Dominic. But I want to say this. I want to say this first, and then you can talk. This guy right here, him and his wife, has never, ever said no to me about anything I needed. They are there to help. He brings his drums everywhere, sets them up, and may not play. He might play, but he may not. Okay? They're unbelievable. I love you guys. I want to thank you for that. So why don't you tell everybody what you want to say about what's happening here, what you're going to be doing, if you can tell. I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Well, I will be doing a few appearances, but I cannot tell you right now. I'm not at liberty. But hey, the last weekend with the show at Cedar Gardens, yeah, I know, it's rubbing off. It's been a whirlwind, a lot of fun, a lot of great music, and I feel like I've been brought into a family, actually. These guys are really nice people.
We
and,
apologize.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but
It's true. You can't choose your family.
can't choose your family, but it's been very nice hanging out with these guys, hanging out over there at Friendlies with Mr. Lee and the Fribbles.
What is that, new
Ken
duet
Brady.
group?
Yeah, Mr. Lee and the Fribbles. Ken Brady, great guy. Hey.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Do it.
Mr. Lee, 3, 4, 5. Look at him, John. Mr. Lee. Oh, Mr. Lee.
I think
Mr. Lee.
I think you should put that on in Friendlies and just put it on a loop so it never
Yeah,
stops.
there you
It just
go.
plays all day long.
Oh, let's tell everybody what's happening at Friendly's for the entire summer. every Thursday night if it's not rained out. Do you realize the majority of our rain nights were Thursday nights? So
That's a sign.
we have Friendly's car show, car cruise night. Right? Say it. How do you say it exactly? Cruise night at Friendly's. I knew we were saying it wrong. Okay. So we have cruise night at Friendly's every Thursday night, guys. It's incredible. I'm not even into cars, and I got to tell you, even I love the cars. All old cars, different colors, purple. It's so awesome. So
All colors
the
and
purple
purple.
car. It was so beautiful. I loved it. But anyway, come on out. Come to Friendly's. You'll get a discount. Say you're with the car show. We'll give you a discount. And you might even get a Friendly's plastic mug if any are left. You really want to do that because you can get free drinks anytime you want with that mug, okay? And that does not expire.
Let me
But
tell you, I
listen,
get free drinks with this mug.
come on out, baby. All right? Every Thursday night for the entire summer. Friendly's
get free
cruise
drinks.
nights. All right, baby?
Jerry, I could really understand. You know, when I lived up in Ohio for years, that's what I did. I built hot rods.
Oh, yeah, tell us.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
I
right.
built them. Some of the cars you had coming up there, I built all those cars and put them together. I used to take the bodies all the way to the ceiling and start on the
I
frame.
had an
the
uncle who used to
engines
have
on
the same problem.
I made Hot Rod Magazine and Cavalcade Customs with these
did?
cars. Oh, yeah, I had some great cars.
That is so
And,
cool. I'm
so-
sorry you guys couldn't have been here for it because
Used
it
to
was
pile the
rained out
bodies all the
every
way to the
Thursday so
ceiling.
far.
Yeah, really.
So maybe
Yeah,
this Thursday will be good.
There's nothing like a great car show. Nothing like it.
It's incredible. It really is.
Yes, it is.
So, what else should we talk about?
Talk
That's
about
a
him
dangerous question.
Should talk about him.
Let's talk about
Talk about
Michael
me.
Ian Moore.
Yeah.
What would you like to talk about?
Oh, your CD and what it's called and what your wife says.
My wife talks to me. So there's a couple. There was one that was released in 2012 called In Harmony. And then 2 years ago, my wife and I had a baby girl, a beautiful baby girl who I'm absolutely in love with. Her name is Melody.
Oh, we need to.
And,
They have
and-
everything here. They don't have a laugh track.
We
Yes,
have
I
a
do.
laugh track. There's only one.
Would you like applause and boos and laughs and all that good stuff?
Oh.
So right after she was born, I actually released a new CD called My Favorite Melody, which is, thank you. We put the baby's picture right on the cover of the CD so I can get to see her when we're traveling and she's out on the table. It's so much fun. And then My Favorite Melody Volume 2 was coming out last November and last February and last June. It's going to come out eventually, I swear. There's tracks that I recorded that were done, my God, almost 2 years ago. So I'm on the road so much and I'm working so much, it's hard to get home and record. But that, I promise, it's coming out. It's going to happen. And that's about it. What would you like me to talk? I got to give you my blood type. And
So wait, talk about the capris, because guys, this is really cool. You know, I was born in 1961, so it's not like I was a teenager in the 60s. But growing up, you know, we loved oldies. Our families listened to them, and even I remember in grade school and high school, we still loved the oldies. And he's playing with the capris, and I want you to tell him about the members.
Well,
and go ahead, the original.
I'm really lucky. For the majority of my life, I've been a full-time musician,
Dinner's ready.
and just that in of itself, I'm very proud to say. That's how I've earned my living. I got to play years ago with a band called Yesterdays, and I got to play behind a gentleman named Jim Yester, who was a founding member of the association. If you remember the hit that hits Wendy and Never My Love and Along Comes Mary. So I got to play with him, and I've always done a one-man show in between doing all of this. I've gotten to play with J.T. Carter's Crests and do some shows with them. And then later on, I wound up being the lead singer of the Capris, which I'm very proud to say. The first hit being There's a Moon Out Tonight from 1961. The second one, The Morse Code of Love, which was in 1982. And we just have a lot of fun. They're a great bunch of guys. We just did a show together in Hamilton with Kathy and Jerry this past weekend actually, and we had so much fun. Frank Rana, by the way, is the original member. He is 79 years old.
Woo! He looks great too.
He's incredible. He's incredible, guys.
He's 79, and I cannot keep up with him. That's just the truth. He's also nuts, but that's beside the point. That comes with being a musician.
And tell them about the mall walking, because I love this.
The mall walking. So Frankie lives in Long Island, High Long Island. And Frankie, yeah, really. Frankie and two of his friends actually get up every morning and they go to the mall. And they walk 5 miles every single day in the mall. Yep. And as he's walking, and I believe it's New York News Day, yep. They stopped them one day and they interviewed them as mall walkers and took pictures of them. I don't think they know who he was, but there's a picture of him and his two buddies in this pose doing the 5 mile a day walk in the mall. I mean, he's just an incredible guy. Tony, John, Lou, I mean, they're all just great guys. Yesterday, Anthony and Lou came back to Friendlies with me, and we jammed and did all kinds of craziness. And some of that wound up on Facebook against my better judgment. As it always does. You do realize, by the way, for those of you that don't know Jerry, if you see she picks up her phone while you're talking, just shut up. Just be quiet. It's going to wind up on Facebook. All of a sudden, the pictures and the videos come out. But we're lucky. We got a lot of things coming up. I'm going to be in Woodbridge High School Field tomorrow. We're doing a public concert. I'll be in Rath Park in Long Island. On Thursday, I'll be performing solo in Levittown, New York, Friday. I'm doing a dinner show in Toms River, New Jersey, Saturday night, which there's still tickets available. MichaelDiamore.com. You can go and get tickets. Sunday, I have a private event in New Jersey. And then Monday night, I'm in North Fort Myers, Florida. There's tickets for that event that are still available, so you can go to the website and get the tickets for that there. And then a whole bunch of crazy things. We're playing the Strand Theater in October.
Yep, we'll be at that. And then
when do you find time to sing?
On the plane. In November 2nd, we are at the State Theater with Chubby Checker, the Duprees, and the Tokens. So there's a whole bunch of things going on. I see a Planetone shirt in the room. We get to work with Kenny all the time. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, I see that. Uh-huh. You troublemaker, you. They're great. I love working with them. We have fun. It's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of traveling, but it's a labor of love. I mean, it's what it wouldn't get me into Friendlies if I couldn't sing.
That's right, baby. Friendlies is on his resume, honey.
That's important.
So I want to say hello to a few people in the audience that just got here. Gail and Harold, they are groupies. I didn't say that. They are wonderful people, and they love the entertainment here that we bring to Friendlies. And they're finally at the studio. Hello, guys. Woo! Yeah. They've been following you around, guys. So, Kathy, tell everybody what's happening.
Right now I'm on the Jerry Petito show, and that's it.
Yeah. She used to be a snowbird. She hates that word. Go ahead. Oh, we'll never get you talking.
Hey, there we go.
I like that.
Mike, that sounded like you were taking a leak.
I'm actually an RN, and I worked on TV and film and took care of the cast and crew. And now, along with my partner Donna, we have a booking agency. And
you put casts on the cast.
I'm sorry?
You put casts on the cast.
Oh,
I did that
cool.
too.
Cast on the cast. I like
Yeah,
that.
she did. She put casts on the cast.
I did make casts
cool,
for the shows. Yes, I did.
That's very nice.
Mouth to mouth, the whole thing.
Oh, I
mouth
bet.
to mouth.
Depends on the show.
I like that.
So if we all collapse, you're going to give us all mouth to mouth?
Well, if you all
I thought he was going to say you all.
can choose.
I thought he was going to say you gave us all the claps. I was like, I heard his words backwards. I heard claps. You gave us all. I'm a little dyslexic.
Listen,
I got a little back.
Live in the villages. You know?
Oh my God, that's great.
Now, none of us made the joke. You went there.
That's great.
We all sat quietly. We didn't
Very
say a
quiet.
word.
Very quiet. I haven't said anything.
I love the villages. I love
do too. It's beautiful.
And we're coming back. We're playing the
Yes.
villages, November.
Yes.
November
17th or
17th.
the 18th.
Tell
The Savannah
everybody
Center.
about your website.
Okay, my website is kdunique.com. We now have 45 different acts on there. We have a big show coming up in November 15th. Actually, we have one November 10th, 15th, and 16th. And the one November 15th with 3 Elvises, 3 eras of Elvis.
Oh, wow.
Elvi.
And it's going to be in Mount Dora Community Theater. Don't you make a joke about Elvis.
I'm not. I just said Elvi. It's like plural. That's all. It's Elvi.
Yes.
Elvi.
That's all. Elvi, mistress of the dark.
You're walking a thin line there, buddy.
I really am. That's what I'm over here. She's got to get over. Once I see her dive over the table, then I know I crossed it.
Yep.
And hopefully Jerry and I will be doing some more shows together.
So, I just want to say that I love the villages as well. It's really awesome over there. Rumor has it that there's a lot of activities at the villages, right? A lot
Yeah,
of fun,
there's a lot of
activities.
activities.
I'm sure.
Yes.
So
I don't like that look.
Every activity comes with a free penicillin shot.
Yeah, free penicillin shot.
Seriously, Kathy, how many groups are there in the villages?
There are almost 3,000 clubs.
3,000 clubs.
Okay.
And how many holes of golf is there? There's something like
65.
900. No, there's like 900 holes of golf in the villages.
No, there's only about 65 golf
I'm
courses.
65
Right,
golf
so golf
courses.
courses what?
Times
Multiply
18.
it by 18.
Oh, you want the whole number?
How many golf carts are there?
Unless
Golf
you,
carts.
unless
wait, the golf carts. I gotta
unless
say
you're me,
this.
then I'm just interested
No.
in the back nine.
Hey, sweets, the golf carts are gorgeous. They even have pink and purple golf carts, and they all have
That's
dogs
nice.
in them.
They have
bring
dogs in the
dogs
golf.
everywhere. It's so awesome. That I did love. I got to say, I don't golf, and I would drive.
Well, that's universal.
Yes, so I love it.
I now fly on JetBlue a lot, which is better known as Noah's Ark. 'Cause every time I
Full of animals.
there's more animals than there are people.
So Ken Brady,
Whatty?
what's happening with you, baby?
Yeah, it's
What
like
are you
being in
doing?
class. You know when
anything
you're
wanna
hide-
tell people where
you're
you're
hiding
gonna
the
be,
back.
honey? Are you allowed?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm allowed it. Yeah, I can tell you where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in Florida.
There you go.
My feet propped up, and, eating no points food.
No points.
I come up here and I was 1 pound to be under 100. Now I went
Under 100?
under
Come on.
200,
All right.
and now I'm back up to 250. And
is not.
yeah, it's all them fribbles
He is not.
and stuff. Yeah,
I
but,
told you, I read the other night Mark Dawson from the Grassroots posted that my goal is to lose 10 pounds by the end of the summer. I only have 14 more to go.
Exactly. I was talking to my wife. I said, I'm taking off 14 pounds. She says, really? You look behind you, you'll find it.
We love Cindy.
Yeah, but we've been on the road for 3 months, and
How do you put up with him?
She's been through Ken's school of what's happening now.
Ken, Cindy, you want to take a bow? You want to come over here?
Come up
Say
here,
hi to
stand.
everybody.
Let them see you.
Come
honey.
on,
Come
our
over here.
favorite paparazzi.
Why? Listen, how about this? Listen to me. Deb, you're always behind the scenes. Debbie and Cindy, please. You can't say no to the audience. Come over here.
Come over here and say
That's
hi to
right.
everybody.
Get
Come
up
on.
here.
Come
Let
on.
them see you.
Can't say no to the audience. These two ladies, forget about
And
it.
there's Cindy. Turn around, darling. Let them see you,
Turn
baby.
around, baby. Let
Turn
everybody
around.
see who you are.
Wave to everybody.
Cindy, the
Say
camera's
hi.
that way. There you go.
Deb, come on. Let them see you, baby. There you go. I love you. And this is Cindy. Everybody, we love these two ladies. Thank you so much.
I love them both too.
So, Mr. Ken.
So I'm going to Florida, and I'm going to be home till October. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I got to go to Michigan. I got about 4 shows up in Michigan, and I'm going to do a show up there with the Shades of Blue.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know the whole lineup on it yet. I got to get with Scotty and find out what it is. But I think Chubby Checker's going to be there at this show. I'm not sure, but I've known Chubby for years, and he's not much different than he was when he was a kid. And,
So, you personally know him?
oh yeah.
All right, so listen. I need to meet him at the show in November because I did the twist with Chubby Checker back in the 80s. He did an event at Heaven's Lounge in East Windsor, New Jersey. He did a fundraiser. I was in my 20s. He came out to the audience. My cousins and my friends were like, turn around. He's in my face with his bodyguards. Picks me up. I was a lot thinner then, guys. Brings me up on stage. We did the twist together. I need to get a picture with him because none of my idiot friends got a picture. I need a photo with him. I need to interview him. Do you understand, Mr. Brady? Do you understand?
She's giving you directions, Ken. Just
She's gonna
nod
have-
and smile, and nobody will get hurt. Just say okay.
Okay, you understand?
She's going to have to quit talking with her hands. Everybody's going to think she's Italian.
I know, but Michael says he's not sure if he can do it. We're going to see him in November. We're going to be there.
sees him, they'll do anything.
Baby,
Yeah.
between the two of you, we got to get this happen.
They'll do it. Hold on.
If he
wait a
don't
minute.
get a
I'm calling
picture
my
of him,
wife. I
I
want you to
will.
tell her that.
In an interview. Well, we have to get him called in here.
Oh,
And,
yes. We'll do a
Oh.
three-way. Michael Demo taught me how to do a three-way, guys. Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
She's into
Phone
three-ways.
interview.
Yes.
Three-way phone. She always forgets
Yes.
those last 2 words. Three-way phone call. Yes.
Yeah, Mike. When you first told me that, I was confused.
And I regret the fact that I ever did, because she calls and I see her name on my caller ID, and then you pick it up and you hear, hello.
Hey, I called her the other day, and she says, "Oh, we're on a three-way." All of a sudden, I'm talking to her, Mike, and her. And all of us, I just called her, and he shows. You must be on her phone all the time.
Apparently so.
Everybody, Mr. Ken Brady from the casinos.
Yeah,
Then you can
right
tell
on.
me goodbye. It's now in the Hall of Fame. Come on, give it up for Mr. Ken Brady,
Hey,
everybody.
all right.
Okay? Yes.
You know, it's been a long road for me too, honey. You know, I've been singing for 65 years. I started when I was 10 years old, and you know, when time flies when you're having fun. But the road to here has been spectacular. You have your good, you have your bad, but you know, I wouldn't change any of it, because the bad part of it taught me a lot of lessons. And things of that sort. And then, of course, I always want to thank my audience. Without them, us entertainers don't have anything. Can you imagine walking into an auditorium that holds 3,000 people and there's nobody there?
Imagine that.
I can actually, yeah, I do know.
Right, you can.
You said you've been there?
That's what happens when you don't tell people where your shows are.
That explains a
Nobody
lot.
knows where you are.
Well, that explains a lot, he said.
You know, it's funny because you and I have a lot of mutual friends. Rich being one of them. Okay, because I know you do shows with Rich.
Yeah.
And I love Rich. Rich actually got me started playing in Florida, and he's actually the reason indirectly I lived there. And I'll never forget that. I was talking to him. My God, it's got to be 6 years ago, and we're on a phone conversation. I'm in my office, and he's telling me, was it something I said?
Hey, we didn't walk out when.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause. Kathy's got to go somewhere.
Hey, don't forget, mention my name.
I may not.
Mention my name, you get a good seat.
Did I offend you? Do you not like Rich? What happened?
We didn't walk out when you come in.
But I'll never forget being on the call with him, and he's like, I'm down in Florida, I'm working, I'm playing all of these places, and it's great, and I'm booking, and they're buying merchandise, and oh my God, it's a great thing. And I remember coming out of my office and looking at my wife and saying, I'm going to Florida. And she was sitting on the couch doing something, and she went, okay. And that's how it started.
Oh, this guy's incredible. This Rich Wilson's his name.
Rich was a Vegas Elvis impersonator.
Oh, a great one. And he does a Kermit the Frog thing. He's got this frog, and
Wow, that was a
he turns
connection
his
right
back
there.
to the audience, and here's this frog.
I know him.
And
I
he's,
know who he is, yes.
and he starts singing. He sounds just like Kermit. Well,
That's right.
I was doing a show with him one time, and we discovered a little doll, Miss Piggy. So there's Rich. He's singing, and I come off the other side where he can't see me, right? And I'm dancing with this pig, and I'm kissing her and all, carrying on. And
Dancing
the
with
audience
you
is
pigs.
laughing, and he's looking around. He finally told me, he says, I wonder why in the hell they all laughing. They never laughed at my frog before. Well, I had this pig out there, and I was dancing. When he seen that, he just fell apart. I mean, this guy's more fun than a bunch of monkeys, isn't he?
This is the first time in entertainment history that anybody's ever talked about dancing with a pig to love music playing in the background.
He's playing music to it.
Speaking of,
Ever danced with, am I the only one ever danced with a pig?
so guys, now I'm going to say something, and they're all going to understand why I'm saying this. I saved the best for last. I saved the best for last in the comedic role here. We're going to now introduce Frankie Sweets. Frankie, baby, we would like you to tell everybody what's happening in your life and where you will be entertained.
Oh, this ought to be good. What do you think?
You know what you were saying, talking about walking into a room,
A little louder,
empty
baby.
room. When you were talking about walking into an empty room, about
Hey, kid, quiet.
Yeah. Will you hold the noise down?
Let
I'm
me tell
trying
you
to sleep.
something. So, good 15 years ago or so, I used to play at Nassau Coliseum for the Islanders. So, yes, completely, totally. Used to play. That's things about musicians. Whenever you talk about what they play or your friends, you always mind the instrument. Yeah, I got a friend, he's a bass player, you know. Plays bass. You know, he hangs out with that guy who plays drums, you know.
Don't make me talk about your other career.
Yeah, right.
You could
It could get a little hairy, you know what I mean?
Frankie, where you been? What's coming up?
What's happening,
Wait,
man?
what did you play When you played at the Coliseum, what did you play? With the Superstition?
Well, no, you were talking about my other career.
Let's not go there.
But-
What did you play at the Coliseum?
Wait, I want to see.
He wants to tell the story.
But so what happens is, what the amazing thing is, isn't until to the audience. The amazing thing is, you think TV executives know what they're doing. They don't really know anything. They throw you to the wolves. And so I used to have a headset because you don't just play whenever you want. You get told when to play. Oh, we're going to commercial. We need, you wear a headset. You're nothing but a marionette. I do what they tell me to. So, and then so one time they had an idea. They called a timeout. So someone says in the headset, "We got an idea. Why don't you play something while the timeout is happening?" I guess this was something that never occurred to them before. You play something. The Nassau Coliseum holds, I think, about 50,000 people. Okay. Right? So it's packed hockey game. Okay, I'll start playing. I think somehow it came across that the people thought they called the timeout so that I could play a song. And the place, and you're laughing because you know how angry sports fans get about anything. Let me tell you something. I know what you're going to say. Until you've been booed by 50,000 people, that'll put hair on your chest. I was dating a girl, this is long before Chrissy, I was dating this girl, Jennifer, and every time I played, I used to give her tickets. She said she was sitting in the audience, and there was a guy behind her screaming at the top of her lungs, "You suck!" And she says, "I just shrunk. I didn't even want to say you were my boyfriend. I just shrunk in the seat." And the guy in the headset is going, bad idea, stop playing." "Yeah, sure, hang me out to dry." Bad idea. Of course it's a bad idea, but I'm the one who's going to get tarred and feathered after the game in the parking lot, not you. Do me a favor, next time you have an idea, you come up here and do it.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, great. Now that you sent me out there live without a net.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we forgot the rope was frayed.
We want to know where you're going to be performing.
Yeah.
Not at Nassau Coliseum. I'll tell you that. Bad idea. Famous last words.
So what's coming up? We want to know.
I'm taking a flight tomorrow.
Where are you going? Where are you going? You can't tell
I'm
me.
not with me. Michigan, Orlando, I don't know, Boise, maybe. It could be one of the above.
He's only let out for a few hours. We've got to drive him back.
I said at the beginning, see, no one believes me until they show up to take me.
Frankie, did you come over here by ambulance? Or?
No, I've got the white jacket.
Oh, you got the white jacket.
Oh, Kathy, you're back.
Did
So
you do
how
all
about
right in
some
there?
more music? Let's have another song.
Yeah. What are you pointing at me for?
Either or. Come on. Who's up next?
How
Let's
about
go, baby.
together?
Or together.
Together, how about?
We don't care, baby.
We're going to do different songs together.
Marco Panting from Teens with Dreams is in the house. Love you, kiddo.
I thought you said Marco's panties are in the house.
Oh, God. Time to go like this now. Tonight could be the night to hear you say, darling, I do. And tonight could be the night to fall in love with someone like you. Oh, my darling, hold me tight, and tonight just could be the night. Yeah. Tonight could be the night to get that free. Around your finger, darling, hold me tight. could be the time to get that free. So grab your finger, oh my darling, hold me tight, for tonight is the night.
And waiting, everybody, from the casinos. Are you kidding me? Wait, don't you want to sing another one?
Amazing.
One more.
I'm sure glad we brought the C clamps with us.
Wait, don't you want to do another one? Do one more, baby.
Special
Do
one.
another one.
Come on, one more. We're
another
gonna sing.
one.
We're gonna sing more than one more, but come on, let's give a little
Let's
concert.
do the big one.
Yes.
All right.
You got to talk about it first.
Yes,
You tell
talk
me when
about
you're
it.
ready.
You want me to talk about it first?
Yes.
All right. Anyway, we're going to do the song that took the casinos to the top of the charts back in 1967. To this very day, it's still in the top 100 of the oldies. In fact, it's number 46 from 1967. And it's also been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yay!
Yay! Woo! Incredible.
It was written by a guy named John D. Laudermilk. And, of course, we lost him, I guess, about a year and a half ago. John wrote many, many, many great hits. And he's well missed in the industry. So there's only 3 of us original casinos left. It's myself and 2 others in Cincinnati, Ohio. They won't come out and perform, so I just took on the task of doing this all by myself. And, of course, it's been a battle, Michael, in this industry of being these casinos and stuff like that. I had a lot of groups come up, and, of course, they weren't the real casinos, and we had to do something about that, and we did. I own the trademark of it, and I'm going to keep it for as long as I'm alive. So if you remember this song, please let me know. If you don't, forget about it. Kiss me each morning for $1,000,000 years. Hold me each evening at your side. Tell me you love me for $1,000,000 years. Then if it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. Sweeten my coffee with a morning kiss. Soften my dreams with your sigh. Tell me you love me for $1,000,000. Then if it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. Oh, yes. The year was 1967. The town was Cincinnati, Ohio. The group was called the Casinos. Now, you know, I had the opportunity to perform with those guys, and I still do to this very day. Way back then, we sang all over the state of Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, North and South Carolina, West Virginia, Florida, Canada, New York, New Jersey, and so on and so forth. While we sang in such clubs as Guys and Dolls, Tiki, the Peppermint Lounge, the Flamingo Club, Beverly Hills, the Black Orchid. But you know, no matter where we sang, we've always met wonderful people, just like you. If you must know, I won't grieve. If you wait a lifetime before you leave, but if you must know, I won't tell you no, just so that we can say we tried. Tell me you love me for a million ways. Then if it don't work out, if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye.
Ken Brady from the casinos, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Our studio audience. Yes.
I gotta tell you, he stole the show the other night. He
Oh,
really did.
stop
It
it.
was incredible.
I've never stole anything in my life.
My uncle, who was there, my dad's brother, who I absolutely adore. My uncle is 75 years old, same age as Ken, right? And he doesn't really, he's a great dancer. Him and my aunt took dancing lessons for 25 years. And he came out to the show. He actually pulled me aside and said, he's got to be lip syncing. I said, he's really not. Let me introduce you to him. So when the show's over, I grabbed him. I said, get a photo with this guy. My uncle thinks you were lip syncing, and he sang to him. My uncle said, you're incredible.
Yeah, that was funny. I've never heard anybody say your lips came.
That's a big compliment, though.
Yes.
That's a huge compliment.
And how? Thank you.
So great.
Yep.
She wound you up again, and
Oh.
like this.
Yeah.
Sing it, Ken. Right?
Yeah.
Sing it, Ken.
Yeah, sing it. She said, yeah. Well, I wait till I get gas and I'll sing to the guy.
Okay.
We ordered pizza. The delivery guy's here. Come here, Ken.
You know, when I put singers on the spot, I have entertainers here all the time. Everybody at Hamilton Radio does. So they know they're coming to be on the radio to entertain with whatever it is. You know, if they play the drums, I got to do this,
I
right?
come for the fribbles.
Or the bass, what do I got to do this?
Yeah, your bass is like,
Okay,
you know,
whatever.
You
Whatever it
gotta,
is.
you
What
gotta
they
tell them to
sing,
bring
I
their
gotta
own.
do this,
drums,
right?
you know.
Tell
And
them
then I
to,
say,
tell them to
sing
bring
it.
their own straitjacket.
I tell them to sing it, and they're like, now? Wait, what? You want me to do it now? You're putting me on the spot. Really? You carry
The next
yourself
time we're
in.
out, we're going to walk into a restaurant, and the waitress is going to come over, and I'm going to say, Jerry, interview her now.
Interview her now.
Right.
Interview her.
I would say hello. Would you like to be on the Jerry Petito show?
Yeah.
See?
Can you just like to walk into a restaurant, people sitting there eating, carrying on? Sing one for him, Ken. Well,
She did
Yes.
that.
yeah.
Every restaurant
To
we
him.
went to.
I was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a plate
That's
in
right.
front of me.
He did.
I was eating. She said, stop.
I
Come
did.
with me.
I did.
I said, where are we going? She said, come here. And she stands up in front of the room and goes, does everybody here know who this is? I'm like, no, they don't.
No. The guy stops and I don't know who he is.
When they come to see us perform, they buy a ticket. They know what they're going to go see. When they go out to dinner, they say, I don't care who he is. Tell him to shut up. I'm eating my pasta.
You got to tell the story about the autograph.
Oh, the chef.
Go ahead.
Oh, the chef.
Oh, God.
That is so.
That
I'm a
was a
vegan chef, guy, so this is just hysterical to me. Tell it.
That's a good one.
So it's not often, but it's happened more than once.
Play it, Frankie.
When I was 6. Can you give me something peppy? Give me peppy. Happy.
Yeah, look. Sing it.
Oh, will you shut up? Insanity. This is insanity. So, what happened to Peppy? Not that Peppy. So, split the difference. Play it faster. That's better.
You know what that is? That's when the Hulk is walking away at the end.
I think it was out long before the Hulk. Isn't that like the Young and the Restless too?
I thought that was on the Father
We're gonna
Knows
get
Best show.
sued. What was I talking about?
The chef.
The chef.
I'm not doing nothing. I was miming.
gosh.
I was miming.
Give me something that applies to Italian food.
That's true. That's great, Frankie.
I have his power button. I can shut
That
it
is
off.
so good. Oh
turned him off.
If you're in the chat room, folks, I want to know how many people in the chat room wish they had a remote mute button for the person sitting next to them. So when we do shows and we travel and I'm flying all over the place, every once in a while it works out where I'm at the airport at the same time that somebody came to see the show was flying home. So every once in a while, somebody will spot me or recognize me. And let's face it, I got a ponytail. I'm 300 pounds. I'm hard to miss. So people would say, "Oh, we saw you. Can you come over? Can you give us an autograph?" So I'm in the airport, and these two women come running over, and they said, "Oh my God, could we have your autograph?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure." And she pulls something out of her purse, and she gives me a pen, and I start, "What's your name?" And she tells me, and I'm writing it. And she says, "Wait till I tell my sister I met the chef." So I continued, "Mario Batali." Done. Here you go. So those two women that are walking around, I think they met Mario. Huh? Hi.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's him,
great.
right here.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
He's cooking tonight. He's making us meatballs and spaghetti.
So Michael Diamore,
Yes, darling.
sing it, baby. Your turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
You know, it's like being in
It doesn't
school. You used to
matter.
hide. The teacher don't call on you. You're shrinking the seat. That's what it feels
It's my
like.
turn
Honey,
to
you
read
can
out
hide,
loud.
but I will find you.
How about something from the new CD?
We don't care.
Okay. So this, like I mentioned earlier, this CD's been in the works for a very long time. I actually started this after the last one was released. This is one of the ones that I wanted to do because the first one was called My Favorite Melody from my daughter. So needless to say, the next one's called My Favorite Melody, Volume 2.
Volume 2.
The picture's going to be a little bit older. So we went in the studio and I played around with an old favorite of mine, and this is what I had come up with.
You're my love, you're my angel, you're the girl of my dreams. I'd like to thank you for waiting patiently. Daddy's home. Daddy's home to stay. Now I've waited for this moment just to be by your side. Your best friend wrote and told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home. Your daddy's home to stay. It wasn't on a Sunday, it wasn't on a Tuesday afternoon. But no matter what the day is, I made a promise to get home soon. Oh, 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 how I've waited for this moment just to be by your side. Your best friend wrote and told me you had teardrops in your eyes. Daddy's home. Your daddy's home to stay. Your daddy's home to stay. Your daddy's home to stay.
Are you kidding me? Michael Diamore from the Capris, everybody. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That's never been aired.
So he did it here for the first time, right here, everybody. The Jerry Petito Show, HamiltonRadio.net. Yes! Woo! Amazing, 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 amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I love him. Do you want to do one more, baby? Back to back like we had this gentleman do?
Sure. What do you want to hear?
I told you, I don't
Yeah.
think anybody cares.
You don't think anybody cares?
No, you could
Pick a
sing the
number.
Notebook, both of you.
Somebody's going to care.
Both of you could sing the Notebook, and we'd be sitting here like this. Right?
Yawning?
Yeah, right. Never yawning.
I know it.
Guys, I want to give a shout out to someone real quick.
No.
Dario. Dario did try to call in. He wanted to personally say hello to all of us once again, including you, Kathy, Frankie, everybody here.
Dario!
Yep.
Hi, Dario.
He wanted to say hello to Ken Brady. He wanted to say hello to Michael Diamore. And guys, I'm sorry. I really didn't want to open up the phone lines because this show is a little crazy. So that's why we that's why we couldn't get calls coming through. But Dario, we love you for trying to call, and we appreciate you wanting to say hello to everybody. So everybody, say hello to Dario. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
Woo! Dario, we love you.
what makes you think this show's crazy?
Frankie's here.
Oh, Frankie, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part.
Same.
All right, let's do it, Michael. Sing it, Michael.
I was going to do something else, but Pablo just popped in.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting some updated comments here. I don't know what's going on. But
Pablo.
I know. It's the storm, because me too. Guys, we're on it.
It's
yeah.
like really choppy. I'm getting them.
Yes, I know.
like
Me
really
too.
strange here. But
Okay.
Pablo said "Lonely Girl,"
Okay.
and I gotta
Yes.
tell you,
Yes, Pablo.
it's one of my favorites. I've been doing it forever and ever and ever. I actually released this song years ago, and it's really funny because if you, why am I talking into this mic? Can everybody hear me on this mic?
Yes.
If you ever hear Frankie tell the story about There's a Moon Out Tonight, Frankie will tell you that it was recorded in '58, and it sat on the shelf, and
Yep.
it didn't do anything, and there was a couple of kids that found it. I believe it was Times Square Records, and they took it. They loved the song. They bought the master, re-released it on their own label, and that's where it became a hit. The band had disbanded. They had to get back together again because Moon Out Tonight became a hit.
Wow.
The guy that bought that record, his name was Jerry Green. Fast forward now to 15 some odd years ago, I released a CD with my band, and on that CD is Hey There Lonely Girl. Jerry Green buys the master of that CD and re-releases it. He owns Collectibles Records now. So that was re-released on Collectibles. So I technically couldn't re-release it, so we redid it on the last CD a little bit differently, and I re-released it again. It's on my favorite melody, which is on michaeldiamore.com, www.michaeldiamore.com. Did I mention it's at michaeldiamore.com? So you can get the CD at michaeldiamore.com. What a coincidence. Hey, Frankie, where's that CD available?
michaeldiamore.com.
Oh, I tell you, he's paying attention.
I thought he was going to say, I can't tell you.
I'd like to tell you where it is, but I can't tell you.
Available in the trunk of a car near you.
The trunk of a
Pablo,
car near
we
you.
love
Just
you,
open up
baby.
like how they used to sell the cigarettes.
Pablo, this one's for you, buddy.
Pablo!
Pablo's down in Florida. I'm coming down next week, buddy. I'm flying in on the 29th, I believe.
I'm coming down tomorrow.
Yeah, but you'll get there at the same time.
Hey there, lonely girl, let me join on my knees. Hey there, lonely girl, oh my only girl. I said, don't you know this love? Ever since he broke your heart, he seems so lost. Each time he passed my way, oh, how I long to take your hand and say, don't cry.
Sorry, Chrissy.
I'll kiss your tears away.
It's the Fribbles, honey.
You think that only his two lips can kiss your lips, make me look skinny, make your heart stand still. But once you're in my arms, you see, no one can keep your lips the way I breathe, the way I breathe. Hey there, lonely girl, I'm not only girl. Let me know your broken heart blind you. Hey there, lonely girl, I'm not only girl. Don't you know this lonely boy loves you? Don't you know this lonely boy?
Yeah, Mikey.
Guys, I want to give a shout out to Pablo Reyes, and I want to give a shout out to my Aunt Nancy from Staten Island. The two
First of
them.
all, Pablo, pick an easier song next time, brother.
Pablo Reyes.
Aunt Nancy.
Aunt
Pablo.
Nancy. You're going to tell the Aunt Nancy story. I'm going to tell the Pablo Reyes story. So I just love you, Pablo, and we all love you here, every one of us. Okay, Pablo, you can get him on Facebook. Pablo Reyes. Okay, he will sing for you out of his living room. The guy is not only gorgeous, right? He dresses up. He'll throw you a kiss when the song is over. That's how I got to meet Pablo. He was a call-in guest and all that. And he...
Came to my party.
Yeah. And he gave Ken Brady my phone number a couple years ago.
Yeah,
and
that was
said
funny.
you have to call her.
Yeah, well, you know, Pablo, believe me, I really, truly can't thank you enough for
That's right.
introducing me to this lady.
And you're paying for all his future therapy.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to invest in a straitjacket for me, Pablo, and kind of help me remember where I've been, and
Where you going?
and where I'm going and stuff like that. Folks, you just have to be here to understand this. I mean, when you don't see us, you have no idea what's going on, and neither do I. This is truly an experience that I've never.
It's okay, Ken. You're in New Jersey.
I forgot about that part too.
We have air conditioning now, Ken. It's okay.
Oh yeah. In fact, I'm kind of cold. You know, it wasn't last night.
Karma.
Karma, right. But anyway, he introduced me to this young lady, and believe me, I've just been amazed with her ever since, and I've had more fun than I've ever had any place I've gone in life. And this is
Including the villages.
if this was the end of my career, it would be a smashing end. That's all I can say.
Oh my goodness, guess what? I can say the same thing, because I just can't even
been great.
believe this, right.
It's
Thank
great.
you. I
But,
love you.
I called her on the phone.
Listen, this is funny.
And I said, "Hi, my name's Ken Brady." And she says, "Yeah, okay. What do you want?"
No, I didn't. Absolutely not. No, she
Called up,
said,
she said, Ken Brady,
no.
sing.
She said, "Tell me who you really are, or I'm hanging up."
That might have happened, but no, wait. I owned a poker league. I'm a poker dealer and player. It was Midnight Owl Poker in Mercer County for about 10 years. So I still had the league at the time. I get a phone call from this gentleman, and he says, "Hi, Jerry Petito. Pablo Reyes gave me your phone number." I said, "Hello." He said, "I'm Ken Brady with the original casinos. My mind is poker." I said, "Oh, great. What casinos?" He says, "I've heard that before, Sweet Pea." And starts singing the song. I almost fell. I said, "You're messing with me." And Cindy's in the background saying, "He's not messing with you, sweetie. It's him." I almost fell off the chair.
Yeah. She said, "When you coming up?"
Yep.
Yeah. I said, "I'll be." So we made arrangements. We did. I come up last year, and that's when she had me singing to the gas station attendant and stuff like that.
Smashing into your
I
career.
just thought to myself, boy, I can't wait to come back up.
And you came back again?
Yeah.
That's the first time a
never
gas
know.
station attendant ever tipped someone.
That's the first time I ever got discovered in a gas station.
That's it.
So, you never know what to expect. But it was fun.
I think you're going to Denny's next week.
Going to who?
Denny's next
Denny's, yeah, going to Denny's next week down in
That's it.
Florida.
That's a moons over Miami right here.
Yeah, they take me in restaurants. Hey, sing one.
Sing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Brady and
you're
moons over
setting
Miami.
yourself up. You're really setting yourself up when you get back down because you're going to walk into a place and they're going to say, "Hey,
Oh, yeah.
I know you. Sing."
Yeah, you're singing in the gas stations. Why can't you sing in this restaurant? Yeah. But again,
That's
thank
Ken,
you,
man.
Pablo. Thank you.
He's a high
love
octane
you,
performer.
Pablo.
A high-octane performer, yeah. And we just love this lady. Love her to no end. Everybody in this room loves her. And if you don't love this girl, you just don't love the human race, period. So,
Look at that.
yeah, that's right. That's right. God bless that girl.
I love
And,
you.
if it wasn't for her,
That can go a lot of
You
ways.
might just want to stop there.
that's why I turned around and looked at you, Mikey. I almost ran my mouth that time. I'll drink to that.
So I love you, Ken. Listen, before we get to Michael telling me and Nancy's story, I just want to say this to you as well. Listen, I thought I died and went to heaven when you called me, because not only did I grow up with that song, we all grew up with that song. Everyone knew that song. I called my daughter, and my daughter at the time was only 37. And I said, "Tiffany, sit down. You will not believe this. You're not going to believe who just called your mother." And I said, "But you might not know the song." And she goes, "What song, Mom?" And I tell her, and she goes, "Mom, the whole world knows that song." That's what my daughter said.
Yeah.
And you've met my family now. You've met my grandson. I mean, forget it. I just don't know what to say. The slave. My grandson has never done a day's work in his life.
Yeah.
The 2 times we had him do something, they met him. He was sweaty doing something. It was so
working.
funny. Cindy's like, "Slave, this kid's a slave." I said, "Yeah, the 2 times he did something, you guys happen to be there."
Yeah, Jerry told me that this kid thinks manual labor is the president of Mexico.
Okay? But anyway, I love you, and I feel the same way about you and Cindy. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweet pea. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Love you. So, and I want to say this real quick. So I had the honor of being invited to Ken Brady's 75th with Kathy. I went and stayed at Kathy's at the Villages, and we went. Kathy threw an incredible party as well for me. And we got to meet, oh my gosh, amazing singers. I got to meet Pablo for the second time, because I did meet him once in New Jersey. He was here, unfortunately, for a family funeral. But got to really hang out with Pablo, and he sang, and you had incredible entertainers at your party. It was just,
And
guys.
Ken came in singing.
Yep, Ken came in
Ken
singing.
was singing, yep. We
And
had,
Michael D. Moore was invited, but he had gigs or so. I don't know. He couldn't be there. I don't know what that was about.
Sorry, I had a bill to pay.
I don't know. But the week before he was at the Villagers, but I don't know what that was about.
he told me, he says, if these girls are throwing a party, I am not going around that.
So Michael, now why don't you tell the Aunt Nancy story?
Which one?
The first one.
Which one?
Oh my God, Aunt Nancy. And I just have to add to what he just said, because I have introduced Jerry to a couple of people, and I have found that it's important to preface it by saying, listen, she's nuts.
I love this.
But everybody loves her. But she's nuts. So I just want to let you know before you call her, she's nuts. And then everybody that has done this has called me back and said, I love her. But you're right, she's nuts. So Aunt Nancy, God bless her, and Aunt Nancy called me day before yesterday, Sunday morning, she called me. Aunt Nancy reached out to me. She found me on Facebook, and she reached out to me and said, I need your number. I need to talk to you. So we speak, and she says, listen, my niece has a radio show, and she'd really like to interview you. And I'm like, sure, not a problem. I said, here's my number. I gave her the number. She gives me her number. Unbeknownst to me, Aunt Nancy's also reaching out to a couple of other singers at the same time, one of which who happens to be Frankie Valli's brother, Bobby. So now we go back and forth. Jerry finally calls me. I pick up the phone. Hey, how are you? How you doing? And she's like, oh, great. It's so great to talk to you. I'm looking forward to talking to you for so long. How's your brother? Excuse me? How's your brother? I wonder how your brother is. I said, who do you think you're talking to? She said, isn't this Bobby Valli? I said, no, this is Michael D. Moore. I'm sorry. And then after like 15 minutes of talking, I thoroughly thought she was insane. I was correct. But we've been friends ever since. And then she introduced me to the rest of the bunch. And they all think amongst themselves they're normal. I got roped in, lassoed, thrown in. I'm now part of the family. I seek therapy regularly, but I am part of the family. The extended family's sitting over here. The family's sitting over here, and you have no idea how crazy they are. And Kathy's laughing because, yeah, she's the other ringleader. So,
She's crazy too, Mikey.
Oh, I know. And then they told me that they were in touch with you, and I knew you'd fit right in, Kathy.
If you're not crazy when you come here, you will be when you leave.
And then it was only, I guess, two weeks later, we did, as a matter of fact, it was for this show. I came in to
The old studio, though.
The old studio to do this show. And that's when I met Kathy for the first time. I met Frankie for the first time, and we met at Friendly's. That's where the sugar rush began. I am now a diabetic, by the way. I want to let you know. I am officially a diabetic.
So
I was
am I.
not the first time I met them, okay? But there's probably been about 42 fribbles since the first time I met her and now. And I met Frankie, and I met Kathy, and I remember going to the men's room and calling my wife and said, listen, I'm here, I'm going over to the show, and I typed, they're all nuts. And it's the truth, but we have so much fun, and I absolutely love hanging out with these people. You have no idea. And they're amazing, and I have to say, because he's not going to show you no matter how much I twist his arm, the guy sitting behind the red keyboard over here is so unbelievably talented.
That's very nice.
You're seeing little bits and pieces, and I'm going to start throwing things at him if he doesn't start playing. But he's... Okay.
Turn him off again.
See, when I try to play, he shuts me off. This guy's talented, but you play, I'm going to shut you off.
Frankie, why don't you tell us somewhere you can't tell us you're playing?
You know, when you talk about how everyone's crazy, it reminds me of, there's a place I go to in Smithtown, Long Island. And everyone who comes to this bar is a little...
Is that the crazy donkey?
Yeah, a little... No,
The crazy donkey. Tell us about the crazy donkey.
It's a bar in Smithtown called Katie's, right? So every time I go out there, everyone who comes to this bar is a little Yeah, I call it the land of broken toys.
You're not planning on going back there anytime
No,
soon
no,
because
no.
you're not getting in
But
now.
I found it very interesting because it kind of ties into everyone being crazy. I asked someone once, it's kind of interesting how everyone comes to this place. Is they don't all, they're a couple of fries short of a Happy Meal. So, and someone made a very interesting statement. They said, a long time ago there was a big mental hospital in Smithtown. And so what happened is people would get committed there, and this is the 30s and 40s. It wasn't easy to do the commute. So entire families would relocate to be near the family members that were committed. And it turns out crazy runs in the genes. So the only people who lived in Smithtown were either families of people who were committed or nurses. So it turns out that these bloodlines have crazy genes in
How
them.
long have you lived in Smithtown?
I'm planning on moving there. But
When did you move?
Explained why crazy people, why everyone comes here, because they said this whole town is the gene of bloodlines are
Well,
all
if you
from
put a
crazy
bunch
people.
of crazy people in the same room, then everybody becomes
And
normal,
then,
don't they?
and then that's what exactly when everything's bold,
So now I'm going to put his feet to the fire. Well, we're not on a clock, are we?
We're not on a clock.
We're not on a
I
clock.
want to give a shout out, and then you continue
Sure.
that because
It's your show. You can do whatever you
No,
want.
this is important, guys. This is important.
Quit talking with your hands. They're going to think you're Italian.
Someone is watching the show. His name is Bill Gray. I want to give a shout out to you personally live, okay?
Billy Gray.
I have always said this. Teachers and nurses and actually garbage men. I'm going to call you garbage men. My cousin was one, okay? People who clean up our garbage. To me, those are the three most important. Listen, if we didn't have people cleaning up our garbage, if we didn't have nurses, right, Cap? Right. And if we did not have teachers, we'd all be doing this, blah, 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 right? Sitting in garbage. Anyway, having said that, this man sees me on Facebook.
I guess
with
that's
with
one
the
possible
ad
reality.
for this show, guys, with the ad for this show. And I thought this man passed away years ago. And he says, Jerry, do you remember a Mr. Gray from Sharon School, my grammar school, guys? And I said, my art teacher? And he said, yes. And I gave him my number and said, you have to call me. He called me yesterday, and I got to talk to him. I was almost in tears for a couple reasons. Number one, I did think he passed away, and I'm so happy he didn't. So that was a rumor years ago. The other thing is this. It's because of this man, and I'm not kidding you, it's because of this man. He said something to me I'll never forget, and he said, Jerry, and I was in 7th or 8th grade at the time, and he said, you're young, but you're an incredible artist, and you're only going to be incredibly great when you're older. Do not stop pursuing this. And I went to art school, and I kept hearing him telling me that, and I got into art school. And now look at me, and this is still the arts. It's all the arts, you know what I mean? And it's because of you, and I'll never forget that. And I wanted to thank you publicly for what you did for me growing up, okay, Mr. Gray? I had to say that. Now, back to what you were saying.
So now I'm going to take that ball and run with it. You really should at some point do a show with teachers. Because there's
No, but I have.
I'm sure every one of us in this room has one.
I have, but I will again. I have.
I have one. I'm sure everybody can look back and
Okay,
realize
see?
there's one. There's usually one that sticks out of the bunch that just took that little bit of extra time or just got it.
Miss
Well, maybe
Fitzgerald with the ankle bracelet in 5th grade.
I had the one with.
Damn it, that woman.
I had the one with a canoe paddle with holes in it.
We all have that one, right?
I'll never forget that cat.
Miss Fitzgerald would always put the ankle bracelet under the white stocking. My
All right,
5th
so
grade
when
was a
I said
blur, except for
motivated
that.
us, I think you got the wrong idea.
We're not talking about reform school.
Every girlfriend gets white stockings and an ankle bracelet. I've been
This is
trying
a
to
different
figure where
type
this
of
came
motivation,
from.
my
All right.
friend. See, you go straight for a minute and right back into the insane asylum you fall. So listen, I'm going to put your feet to the fire. You're going to play today.
Yep.
You're
To the
going to
fire,
play.
baby.
It's got to happen.
I came all the way from Florida to hear you play, and you haven't played for
We've
us.
done so many things together. You got to play. Come on. Uncross your arms, stick them out, put them on the keys.
You got him
Stand
turned
up
on
and
again?
spin.
I think,
Yeah.
Doc G, can we go to 7:30? Okay.
Doc G brought a sleeping bag.
We got another 40 minutes, guys.
Another 40 minutes. You see how that just...
So you only have to play for 36.
Yes, exactly.
Another half hour at least. Let's do it, baby.
Come on, you got to give me something.
Let me
Go ahead.
give you something. What do you want me to give you? Let's see what we got here. Hold my feet to the fire. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been great here to play for you people.
You say try to veal on my throat.
Marianne, listen, Marianne Blacko, the mother of John Brecka, who has a show here as well, the round table that I actually sponsor, has said she is not nuts, she's just energized, like the energized bunny. Thank you, baby girl. Just saying.
She's nuts. You're nuts. You know you're nuts.
Come
We
on,
love
Frankie,
you.
play it, baby.
It's been great to be here with you wonderful people. I love you all, but there's really only one woman in my life, and her name is entertainment.
I want to hit the button.
Did you turn him off again?
I'm trying to have a serious show here.
Do you know December 63? Do you know that? Now this is a talented musician, folks. If you give him the name of a song and he goes there, can you play? Can you play it last?
Oh, yeah.
You got the song, and he's like a jukebox. I won't tell you where you put the quarter, but he's like a jukebox.
My love has come along. My loving days are over. Love is a lover's song. Can you play the summer wind? The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts in that summer rain. How about something by Dean Martin? Can you do something by Dean Martin? Dean Martin.
Yeah, totally.
We need Dean Martin.
You know a little Dean Martin?
A little Dean Martin. Don't think. When you think, it stops. Just go there.
Go there.
How you doing?
It's over there.
You guys, it's over here now. I'm over here.
Lucky can one guy bring. I kissed her and she kissed me. Like a fiddle sing. Ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her, she hugged back. Like a still sick boy. Ain't that a hole in the bowl? So wait a minute. How about a little Can't Help Falling in Love?
We're going the other.
Wise men say only fools They throw their underwear, it's okay, but if a pair of boxers come across this table, we're gonna have a problem.
Just rub it off, Mikey. I'm sitting too close to both of them.
And take my hand, take my whole life to you, but I can't help falling in love with you. Now, Frankie, you pick this one.
It's my favorite part.
Slow to the sea. Dark, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. I can't falling in love with you.
Come on, baby. Come on. You kidding me? We have a request.
That's how talented he is.
Oh, please.
I mean,
That's
I'm
very
doing the
sweet.
easy part.
Oh,
You don't
please.
understand.
That's very, very sweet, man.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you.
We have a
You're very
request
easy to
from
work with.
Pablo.
Pablo!
But I have a request as well. I would like you two to sing together, first of all, because I've seen it done.
She wants us to act like we like each other.
I mean, rumor has it you can do this. But Pablo would like a Billy Joel song, but I don't know what will come first, the Billy Joel or you two singing together?
The Billy Joel will probably
All
come
right,
first.
Billy Joel, and then would you guys sing
We'll
together?
think while we
All right.
pick a tune.
What, Billy Joel? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, what's one that everyone knows lyrics to?
Just throw something.
We don't
You're
care.
the Piano Man. I can.
Piano Man. Oh no, whatever you say then, tell us something.
Okay, all right.
Don't you love this? Wait. He says what one? He says anyone. He says Piano Man. He says a different
Well, no,
one.
because that's the one that,
That's what everyone.
after so many saloon years,
You can do. We can do New York
Do you
State
guys
of
need more
Mind.
water? Doc G, can you bring some more
Is that
water
in
in,
his key?
please?
It's in his key.
Oh, thanks.
Keep singing his key. You
Bring
want me to lower it?
Bring
Oh,
like
please.
8 bottles if you have them.
I asked, because a lot of people do the whole step down anyway.
thank you. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. I thought to my enemy or to Hollywood, taking a Greyhound. We're gonna expedite on the Hudson River line, 'cause I'm in a New York state of mind. Was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, oh, the Daily News. Comes down to reality, and it's fine with me, 'cause I let it slide. So every shining town on the riverside, I'm taking that Greyhound on the Hudson River line. 'Cause I'm in a New York state of mind. Take it out. Taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. 'Cause I'm in a New York state of mind. Oh, 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 oh,
Forget it. So wait, let me get this straight.
Pablo, baby, for
He
you.
plays for a lot of different ETAs. He plays for a lot of different musical groups. We can't mention it, but he does. Anyway, all we have to do is say Billy Joel, and the guy just goes crazy on the keyboard.
And this is why
Well-
I'm beating him up so bad.
Okay.
Because people don't see how talented.
Okay.
You don't understand the amount of talent it takes for me to just throw songs at him. We have never sang these
No,
songs together before.
they have not.
Ever.
No practice
So
ever,
We're
believe
looking at
me.
each other, and I'm yelling things at him. Go to the bridge, take it out, take me, and he's there. And
Okay.
that's a true professional.
No, you're very, very.
This is
That's very
crazy.
nice. Michael's extremely experienced. He's very easy to work with. Not all singers are. He gives very good signals. It's very easy to
Oh
follow.
yeah, sure.
him.
You better
Play
say
one,
singles, 'cause
Frankie.
If you say I give anything else, I'm gonna hurt you.
Hey, Frankie. Give a,
He
give a
makes
shout
it.
out
He
to
makes it
Chrissy.
very easy.
Give a shout out
Chrissy,
about
my beautiful fiance who plays the flute. Chrissy, I love
incredible.
you. She really is, but she's even more busy than I am, so we rarely
Tell
see
them
each
her
other.
full name and how they
Her
can find her.
full name is Chrissy Fong, and Chrissy is her real name. Everyone thinks it's a nickname.
No.
They call her Christine, but her name is actually Chrissy. That's
love that.
her mom named her Chrissy, and yeah, we actually met on a. We met actually. We had a student in common. We had never met before, but we had a student who was taking piano. Back when I liked kids, I used to teach piano. I haven't taught in a good 10 years. I can't. I just can't do it. I can't. I gave up. I actually fired my students. I was like, I'm done. And those are horror stories. That's for a whole nother day because I went out with a bang. I burned all the bridges. I made sure the parents wouldn't even recommend me. I burned the bridges. I did horrible things. I wanted them to forget my existence. But at one point we had a student, and the student took flute and piano, and the mother, Chrissy, the student had a flute recital coming up, and Chrissy's normal accompanist wasn't available, so the mother said, my daughter takes piano lessons too. You should try calling her piano teacher. And so she gave me Chrissy's number and gave Chrissy my number, and Chrissy reached out to me. And the very first night she called me to ask if I was available. We were actually on the phone for about 4 hours. Back
She
then,
asked you if you were available.
she was asked if I was available, and that was it. I used to have a big Sprint, those big brick phones, because this is going back 15 years. And the battery died. That was our first conversation. It was a good 4 hours. And I had a gig coming up. And I said to her, listen, I'm going to be playing piano at the Garden City Hotel, actually, in Long Island, playing dinner music at Garden City Hotel. And I said, since we've been talking, if you're actually interested in something, show up at the Garden City Hotel. If not, don't show up. And that's how I make it simple for you. If if you like me, check yes. If you don't like me, check no. If you don't show up, no hard feelings. If you're actually interested in something, show up at the Garden City Hotel. And she actually showed up late. I had written her off. She showed up late. She had a student that ran over, and at that point I had written her off. So when she showed up, I was actually really shocked. At that point, I was like, well, I'm kind of used to this at this point. But and now and you want to know something? When I first met her, I actually didn't like her at all. I really didn't. It wasn't her looks. She was actually very attractive.
You were doing so good
It
up
was
until
just
that point.
no. This is actually hysterical because I get teased about this all the time.
Chrissy, shut it off right now, honey. Just shut it off.
It wasn't her look. She was actually very attractive. She showed up, and I just didn't. I just didn't feel it click. And I went home that night.
Frank, the shovel's getting even bigger.
No.
Just stop.
And my friend of mine said, well, how'd it go with that girl you met? I said, it was all right. I didn't feel like there was anything there. I think this is just going to be a one-night stand, and I'm going to get rid of her.
Oh!
And I just want to say...
Hey, Doc, can you give me the mute button for his mic?
No, there's actually... Because I get ripped about this all the time. And that was my initial thing was like, I'm not really feeling this. I think it's going to be a one-night stand. And just once, and that's it. I think I'm done with her.
Chrissy, shut it off, Chrissy, please.
No, I wanted to say it now. This July was 15 years
That's
for
right.
us. So much for the my God. So I get ripped when we had our engagement
We're
party.
clapping for Chrissy.
No, I
not
know.
you.
But at my engagement party, don't think the number of people saying, how'd that one night stand work out for you?
Wait, I gotta
Because
say,
we're
Chrissy
engaged.
is the coolest.
Oh, no, she
the
is.
coolest.
She's a sweetheart.
You know what?
Cool.
A lot of people say they can't even imagine who the hell would date me until they meet her. So that's
We
she's
all
actually
say
very
that.
she's very, very cool. She's an amazing woman. No, it was just very funny. I had got when I met Chrissy, I just got out of a 7-year relationship, and I was like, I'm just, you know what? You're very nice, but I'm just burnt. I'm done. I'm in it for the ride, but you know, after
Right.
that, I'm out of here. I can't do another relationship. And
That was
there you
it.
go. 15 years later, so much for it's just a one night stand, and I'm done with her.
And after this
So-
interview, I'm hoping it's 16.
So what
No,
we're
she's
gonna do,
amazing. She really is. She's
what
amazing.
we're gonna do is this. We have plenty of time, but I don't want to end the show with this nonsense. So
Oh, thank you. Story.
Chrissy, no!
The story was a happy ending. It was
Not
all.
with that nonsense, but what I'm gonna
I
say.
mean, it was a happy ending about how I kind of wrote it off.
No,
and 15 years
listen.
later, here we are.
This is Frankie's career, folks.
me tell
Frankie,
you.
pour your heart out. We don't want to hear this nonsense.
Continuing saga
I
of
was
Frankie's
gonna
life.
say
about,
the
you know-
nonsense of everybody telling everybody again where to find them. We're gonna do that now because I don't want to end it with this nonsense.
Who's that? Gee whiz. I was trying to talk
everybody.
about, you know, how love, you find love in unexpected places. I was speaking from the heart over here. My God.
No, I love you.
We have one friend, we outlasted 2 of her marriages. I'd like to think we have something.
I love you.
Jerry, this is the first time I've ever seen him serious. Leave him alone.
You want to
Yeah,
hear
leave him
something?
alone.
She tells him it's nonsense. I'm not ending my show with this
No,
nonsense.
that is not the nonsense. I meant what I was gonna say. Frankie Sweet.
He looks like he's
love
crushed.
you, baby. Let's start with you.
He looks like look at him. He looks like he's crushed, Jerry.
First time ever, I said, you know, I'm going to humor her and pour my heart out. She goes, we're done with this nonsense. I like it better when you're an idiot.
That was such perfect timing, but no, that's not what I
it better
meant.
when you're not playing.
I don't want to end the show with the nonsense I was going to tell them to talk about. I love this guy, Frankie. I want to say something, all kidding aside, because he is a comedian and he's one of the greatest keyboard players ever. And I went to this ETA show that was off the charts, but I was listening to the singer.
Jerry, there's a lot of people that don't know what ETA is.
Oh, an Elvis tribute artist. I'm sorry, but I'm listening because I'm an Elvis fan, right? So I'm listening to the singer, but watching him the entire time. If he could stand up and do his thing, you wouldn't believe it. I gave my card to everyone that worked there. And I said, you got to get my card to the keyboard player.
Because you got sometimes I have
Yes.
headphones on. She's like, do the thing where you spin around. What the hell? I'm choking on the headphone cable.
Do the thing, Frankie. Do
Do
the
the
thing.
thing where you spin it out. I mean, the keyboard is, you know, it's like they set it up so I could sit down. She's like, do the thing where you spin. And I'm like, with the headphones, I'm sitting down. You know. Logistics mean nothing to this woman. She sees me on stage standing up with an entire band. Here I'm all alone. She's like, do the thing, you spin it. Like, there's no music. I'm choking. I'm like, put the feet on the keyboard. It sounds a lot different with a full band behind me. I promise, it's much better when I'm with a band.
Take over, Frankie. Take
No,
over.
I'm just saying, you know.
Take it.
She's like, I got headphones. Take off the headphones and spin around. No, really, this guy's insane. You got to see him. It seems much better on stage. I don't know. It doesn't work really in the studio.
Frankie, you just proved to every person watching and listening to this that she didn't think you were insane. You've proven it.
Oh my goodness! But he's right because you almost choked yourself.
I did the first times because she won't. She don't give up. No, you just it's like arguing with a wife. It's like you just eventually say yes.
Now you know.
Just, yeah, you know.
Now you understand why we carry cordless
Yes.
microphones.
You just say yes at some point. I'm trying to. I got headphones. I got them in the studio. No, spin. Wait till they see you spin.
Hey, Ken, there's a guy mopping the bathroom. Come here.
All right.
It doesn't really translate.
So listen, I don't want to end the show with this nonsense, okay? But I want everybody to tell everyone what you want them to know again, where they can find you, where you're going to be, whatever the case may be. Then we will end this show with an incredible song sung by both of you guys, okay? But we still have a few minutes. I would like you to start with Frankie. Frankie, where are you going to be playing?
Yeah.
We've been over this many times.
Again, tell everybody.
And each time you ask me, I always give you the same answer, but you keep asking.
Where you playing, baby?
I'm not playing anywhere. I'm hot. I don't know nothing. I got a flight tomorrow. I'm not telling anyone. I'm not saying the airline.
Do you get paid?
Come back in a week. I get paid, but they put it in a mailbox, and I wait for a guy who sits on a bench and scratches his nose. That's how I know that the pay is under the mailbox. And I see,
Big Dom, the Colonel, Chip. Yeah, he's going to be my new bodyguard. Pablo Reyes said he should be, and I agree. So you want to tell anybody anything?
I have nothing to say.
No, the nursing home gigs, come on, what this man does is incredible. Stop it.
I do a few nursing home gigs around town with a friend of mine and
Couple friends.
couple friends, yeah.
He brings his equipment, sets everything up, brings his drums, brings, I don't know what all that stuff is called, the set, whatever you have, whatever that is.
Yeah, PA, whatever.
Okay, he brings tracks for people. They sing while he does everything. Then they say bye and leave, and then he breaks everything down and whatever, and they get paid. And he says, see ya. He is an incredible, incredible man.
Well, that sounds a little nonsensical, too.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm wise enough to this.
But anyway, he's incredible, and he goes to nursing homes. Debbie and I have gone to help him out, to be silly.
Yeah.
No, to be silly, because they needed some silliness there.
Yeah, one of the best things was the facility with all the
Oh,
severely handicapped people.
Yes.
I went
Disabled,
as
yes.
Santa Claus
Yes,
and
that's right.
had the PA and we
had the
sang
PA
to him.
and was Santa.
That was the most rewarding thing I've ever done, probably in my life. That was a really cool thing. And Jerry was there, my wife was there, and it was cool.
It was very
So did you really just tell Jerry you have a Santa Claus outfit? Because you know what's going to happen, right?
Well, Santa Claus will be on the panel one day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
But we have the real Santa. Yeah, but we have the real Santa. Don't worry about it, baby. We got the real one. Dominic, I love you. You're incredible. You've never said no, and I just want to thank you for that publicly.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, and Debbie too. She's always right there by your side.
Yes,
and
she
just
is.
taking the photos and doing what she needs to do. But she likes to take photos too. She can't just take one photo of you. You have to smile 15 times. She has to just keep taking them. But we love her. And now, I'm going to talk to Ken first. There's a reason why. Because we need to give a shout out to your wife as well. You need to tell everybody what she does for you and what she's done for me. I can't thank you enough, Cindy. Tell everybody.
Well, first of all, she makes sure I take my medicine every morning and every night. Yep.
Points.
It checks my points on my food that I'm eating and all that stuff. But she really takes care of me. She does all my photographic stuff and takes care of my music, lines it all up for me. She talks to people about gigs for me and all that kind of stuff. And she has a shirt that says, Ken Brady of the Casinos, Roadie. You know what, really, you got to see her. Sometimes we go into a gig, she looks like a pack mule. She's got all this stuff.
Get the shovels out, Mike. We need another one.
She's got all this stuff hanging on her going in the doors. She sets up all my sound equipment and all this stuff. And I tell her, I said, honey, wait a minute, settle down, I'll help you. No, I got it.
Unbelievable.
And when I try to help her set it up, she runs me off. So what do you do?
And we can attest to what he's saying because we took pictures earlier with Fribbles.
Oh, yes.
And he had a Fribble in his hand, and she walked over to him and said, "That's no good for your sugar." Took it right out of his hand.
Right. I'd like to bring that to your attention. She's a diabetic too. She's not supposed to have them.
Yeah, but like she said, it's okay because she doesn't check her sugar.
Yeah, really, she don't. She says, I don't want to know what it is. Well, when they first found out I was a diabetic, everybody started calling me Sweetie. So,
I love you.
You're a diabetic, and you're a diabetic. I'm a diabetic. Anybody else in here a diabetic?
I'm a diabetic.
You're a diabetic?
I can get every one of
Wouldn't
you
you
to
like
no
to
longer
be a diabetic too?
So, Mr. Ken Brady, tell everybody where they can find you, what's going on. Let everybody know your
They can-
CDs, all that.
Find me in Florida. I have CDs that I sell with all the tunes that I do in all my shows. And I travel around quite a bit. Most of the time, like you never know where I'm going to be. I'm like Frankie over there. I never know where I'm going to be. But I've got shows coming up in October. I'm going home in Florida now. I'm going to take a little break. The old guy's getting a little tired. I've been out for 90 days, and we're driving this time. And, of course, last year I came up with that 30-foot camper behind me.
That's right, I remember.
Yeah, and I put 9,000 miles on it. And, of course, we traveled around and was doing shows with it and things of that sort. So that's basically what I do. I'm not as spectacular as this cat over here. He sings 8 days a week. And I can't do that anymore because I'm getting a little too old. The voice wouldn't carry that long.
Michael D. Moore said he wants to be you when he grows up.
Yeah, well,
Rumor has it.
Yeah, well, I hope you grow up one of these days, Mikey.
That's why I hang out with Frankie.
Yeah, but I'm getting to the point now when people slap me on the back, you can see the dust flying everywhere. So. But anyway, I'm still having fun in my music. I'm like I say, I'm going to Florida. I'm going to stay home till October, and then I'm going up to Michigan. I got songs over there, the shows I have to do over there, and hopefully I'll come back over here and do some shows over in here.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
I love you.
that's my dream. I want to do something over here, and that's basically it. I'm going home and relax.
Thank you. Kath, tell everybody about K&D again.
Okay, you can check us out at kdunite.com and thank you. And you can see our events that are coming up, and we hope to be all over the country eventually.
So, Michael D. Moore, tell everybody where they can find you. Then I'm going to do a closing little speech, and then we're going to close the show with you guys singing together, correct?
We hope.
Okay. Tell
We hope,
everybody where
yeah.
they can find you.
Yeah, everything's on the website. You go to michaeldmore.com. The schedule's there, the CD's there. There's a bunch of cool things coming up. The show that was canceled yesterday will be tomorrow. Capri's will be in Mount Airy Lodge. We have Caribbean cruises coming up in November and February. The Strands we're playing. Bergen Pack will be playing. I have a dinner show coming up this Saturday night. There's a ton of dinner shows coming up. And then once December comes, then I start saying down south a little bit more. So there's a whole bunch of things during season, January, February, March. Then I'll be in Florida. We'll be out in California in January. So there's a lot of traveling going on, a lot of things like that. But everything is on the website. The schedule, the CDs, the pictures, Frankie's personal phone number. Just go to the website, www.michaeldmore.com.
Canyon Cruise.
Huh?
Cruise.
Oh yeah, what was the date on that?
February 3rd.
Oh yeah, February
Here she is
3rd.
telling him.
Yeah, she's telling me again.
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean Cruise. We're doing an oldie show on there with a group called the Dukes, and so it's February the 3rd. It's going out of the Cape Canaveral.
Lauderdale.
Yeah,
Canaveral.
going out of Florida.
Cape
It's
Canaveral.
a 4-day cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can give me a call. We'll tell you all about it and stuff like that.
The Ken Brady fan club.
Yeah, you just look. Yeah, just pull up the Ken Brady fan club,
On
and
Facebook.
you can see everything I'm doing, what I've done, what I'm going to do, and
What he can tell you and what he can't.
where I'm going to be, and when I can't tell you where I'm going to be.
I'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry will tell you where I'm at. But anyway, just look up Ken Brady's fan club. You'll find out everything I'm doing and stuff like that. So you won't have to ask my wife. You can just be able to read it on the fan club or listen to it and see the stuff and things. And she's telling me to shut up, so I will.
So even from behind the scenes, she's telling me what to say. I love this. Cindy, we love you. So Okay, guys, we're coming to the close show. I just want to say thank you to, first of all, everybody out there listening, everybody out there watching us live. We're on YouTube now, Facebook, we're all over the place, right? And, you know, like Michael and Ken said, I mean, we wouldn't even have Hamilton Radio. We wouldn't have Beverly Nation. We wouldn't have Damon Lopes. We wouldn't have Remember Them Radio. We wouldn't have anything, PANG Radio, without everybody wanting to listen to our nonsense. Okay? So we really appreciate everybody out there. So if you enjoyed this show, please share this video. I'm asking personally as a favor to me, okay, for selfish reasons. Number one, I said this in the beginning, I'm going to say it again. I am up for International Hall of Fame radio show hosts. If you get this video all over the place right now, it's already in Australia, guys. If you get this video out there, I can't imagine them saying no to me after this, okay? So we got to do this. Please get this video out there, share it. Guys, you all know how I feel about every single one of you sitting here, so I don't have to say it again. I love every one of you. I could die now and go to heaven, okay? Because everything on my bucket list has been achieved. Even being on a porn site, I was told. All right, so it's all been achieved. My daughter put me on a dating site without me knowing, and it ended up on a porn site. Yes, true story.
Everybody just got off Facebook and they're all Googling Jerry Petito.
I want to thank everybody. And all my friends out here watching us live in studio, thank you guys. The groupies, Lee Crowley from Friendlies, another shout out to him. Everybody, thank you. All right, Lee Crowley from Friendlies, man, and all the fribbles. The Fribble Tour was started by these two guys, and it was finished by this guy right here, right here.
I'm fibbled out.
So one more time, everybody. This is Michael D'Amore, okay? He's the new lead singer of the Capris.
And a great one, and a great one.
Amazing singer.
Okay?
Amazing.
There's a moon out tonight. This is this guy right here. Right, everybody, sitting right here. Come on. Ken Brady from the original Casinos, Then You Can Tell Me Goodbye. Hall of Fame song. Get out of here on the Jerry Petito Show. Are you kidding me, people? Come on. I deserve Hall of Famer because of them. All right. So, Kathy Casso, K&D Entertainment, incredible. And Donna was supposed to be here. We love Donna. Sorry she couldn't be here. Okay? Chip, you know how I feel about you, my new bodyguard. Frankie, Sweets on keyboard. Get out. Spin around, Frankie.
Spin around.
Yes, he's play with your feet, baby. You're all incredible. So, I want to say one more thing before we close out. Peter Costa was supposed to be here, but Kathy had some car trouble. Tell everyone about your son and what he's doing.
Okay, my son is fantastic. What else can I say?
He's gorgeous.
Yes, he is gorgeous. He works for Ford, and he does the car shows. He also works on TV and film. Actually, tomorrow, for 6 days, he will be working on a film. But right now, he's out getting my car fixed.
Okay, so he was supposed to be here. Yes, and I just want to say thank you to Peter for making the attempt, because it would have been beautiful to have you sitting here with everybody. So having said all that, I think we've covered it all. I would like to close the show out with two of the greatest legends in this room. With Frankie Sweets playing on keyboard, and they will be singing a song together. Can you guys stand up and sing together, or that's not going to work?
Do we have to stand
No,
up?
you can sit. You can sit. Go ahead. Let's do it, guys.
Do you know?
Oh, but yeah, hold on.
He does.
Yeah. Which one? In G? Let it be me
In G, like Jerry, baby. Put it in G.
I can do the top.
You pervert.
What?
Wait for you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna play. Are you playing a track?
No, this is when you play again.
All right, but it's Let It Be Me.
We're going to keep talking while you're playing. Just keep going.
Yeah, I did. Hey, this is a nice song. Where'd you learn to play that one?
Whenever you're ready.
I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you. And so I beg you, let it be. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me.
Come on, everybody. Come on. Ken Brady from the Casinos. Michael D. Moore, the Capris. Thank you, everybody. Share this show, please, as a personal favor to me. And with that, cut their mics, Gino. Not yet. Their mics are